Have you ever felt like you're playing a game where the rules keep changing, and you're always one step behind? You work hard, you save up, but it seems like the goalposts for financial security just keep moving further and further away. Well, you're not just imagining it. There's a massive shift happening right now, a phenomenon I call the Great Asset Grab. And understanding it is the key to not just surviving, but thriving in the years to come. So, what exactly is this Great Asset Grab? In simple terms, it's the large-scale transfer of real, tangible assets, things like real estate, stocks, precious metals, and even digital assets like Bitcoin, from the many to the few. It's not a secret conspiracy happening in a smoke-filled room. It's happening in plain sight, driven by economic policies and market forces that have been building for decades. Let's rewind a bit. For a long time, the path to building wealth was pretty straightforward. Get a good job, save your money in a bank, buy a house, and invest in a stable 401k. Your savings would earn interest, your house would appreciate, and your retirement fund would grow. But that world is fading fast. The core of the problem lies with our money itself. For years, central banks around the world have been printing money at an unprecedented rate. Think about all the stimulus packages and bailouts. When you create more of something, its value goes down. It's basic supply and demand. So, the dollars, euros, and yen sitting in your bank account are slowly but surely losing their purchasing power. This is inflation, but not just the kind you see at the grocery store. It's a deeper, more corrosive kind called monetary debasement. Now, here's where the grab comes in. While the value of cash is eroding, what happens to the value of real assets? It goes up. Why? Because you can't print more land. You can't print more shares of a profitable company. You can't just create more gold. These are scarce assets. So, as the value of money goes down, it takes more of that devalued money to buy these real things. This isn't necessarily the assets becoming more valuable in and of themselves. It's the money used to buy them becoming worth less. This creates a massive divide. On one side, you have people who hold their wealth in cash, savings accounts, or low-yield bonds. They are on a melting ice cube. Every day, their wealth is silently draining away due to inflation. They are, without even realizing it, the sellers in this great transfer. On the other side, you have those who understand this dynamic. They hold their wealth in assets. They own rental properties that generate cash flow and appreciate in value. They own a diversified portfolio of stocks in innovative companies that are growing faster than inflation. They might own Bitcoin or gold as a hedge against currency devaluation. These are the buyers. They're using the system to their advantage, swapping ever-depreciating cash for assets that hold or increase their value over time. Think about the housing market. Huge investment firms are buying up single-family homes by the thousands, turning them into rentals. They're not doing this because they want to be landlords for fun. They're doing it to convert their massive cash holdings into real, income-producing assets. They're trading their melting ice cubes for solid ground. This prices out many first-time homebuyers and funnels wealth upwards. You're left renting from the very entities that outbid you for the home you wanted to buy. So, the big question is, how do you stop being a victim of the great asset grab and start positioning yourself on the right side of this transfer? It's not about getting rich quick. It's about financial education and changing your mindset. First, you have to stop thinking of your savings account as an investment. It's not. It's a short-term holding pen for your cash. Your real wealth building needs to happen elsewhere. You need to become an owner. This doesn't mean you have to be a Wall Street tycoon. It means learning the basics of investing. Start small. Look into low-cost index funds or ETFs. These are baskets of stocks that let you own a small piece of hundreds of companies, like the S&P 500. This diversifies your risk and allows you to participate in the growth of the broader market. Instead of your money's value being eaten by inflation, it's tied to the productivity and innovation of the economy. Second, educate yourself about different asset classes. Real estate might seem intimidating, but there are ways to get involved without buying a whole building, like through real estate investment trusts or REITs. Learn about commodities like gold, which have historically served as a store of value when currencies fail. And yes, take the time to understand digital assets like Bitcoin. You don't have to agree with it, but you owe it to yourself to understand why millions of people see it as a digital form of gold, a scarce asset outside the control of any government or central bank. The most important step is to start. The biggest mistake is doing nothing. Sitting in cash is a guaranteed losing strategy in this environment. The fear of making a wrong investment decision often leads to the worst decision of all, paralysis. This isn't about timing the market perfectly. It's about time in the market. It is about consistently converting your earnings from your job, your active income, into ownership of assets that work for you, generating passive income and appreciating in value. That's how you build real, lasting wealth. The great asset grab is happening whether we like it or not. The rules of the money game have changed. You can either be a player who understands the new rules, or you can be a pawn who gets left behind. The choice begins with education and the decision to become an owner, not just a saver. Start learning, start small, but most importantly, start now. Your future self will thank you for it. Thanks for watching. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on how to navigate this changing economic landscape. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.